Okay, let's make an HSR regret tier list. Here it is right here. I already prepared it. We got no regrets, little regret, refund meh, regret, did not pull or do not have, and then we put here the 4-star units. Let's just put all the 4-star units here right now. I'll just make a quick edit right here. So now we have this entire list. We got the 4 stars here, and then we got the 5 stars in arranged by the date of their release. So for Seele, she's a 1.0 unit. I would put her at regret. She cost me at around nearly a horde petty, 170 or 150 plus pulls. Right now, her standing in the current meta is around, not good. You have to pull for basically her Eidolons. She doesn't scale that well, and if you don't proc Resurgence, it's already dead, and she's not really good if the enemy or if Hoyoverse continues to scale the HP for her. So overall, I regret her. I didn't really even use her that much in 1.0, and since I tend to pull newer DPS units, her favorability or her use just goes off. And that's it, so she's in a regret here. Moving on is Jing Yuan. Little regret, I guess. So Jing Yuan, I did pull for Sunday, and I also did pull for the supports like Sparkle. I think I did have a video where I said to my viewers that Sparkle would be a great investment for Jing Yuan because he's the best in slot Jing Yuan support being a hybrid carry. Well, that didn't age that well. That take did not age well because Sunday came out to basically advance his forward summons. So Jing Yuan in 1.0, he sort of, didn't really have a great start. People don't know how to use him. And basically his Lightning Lord comes down like every cycle, or even like sometimes the Lightning Lord doesn't even come down in some cycles, right? Overall, little regret because my best viewed video or my most popular video, which was like around a year ago, involves Jing Yuan. So not really too much problem with him. If I still see Lightning Week AoE content, I'm just gonna use him with Sunday, Robin, and Gallagher. Moving on, Silver Wolf. Regret. Silver Wolf, yeah, she's gonna get buffed, but do I regret her? Because I did get her in 20 pulls. I did get her early. For Silver Wolf, her standing in the meta right now, it ain't that good because, for Acheron, he's just, single target, though it might change in the future with their incoming buffs. Maybe she could finally overthrow Zhao Q. Silver Wolf back in 1.0, she wasn't exactly used. She was only seen for her weakness implant, but that shit didn't really pop off even back then because you would have just preferred to use, double harmony setups such as Asta, Bronya, Ruan Mei, and Dingyun with Dance Dance Dance. So Silver Wolf kinda Sure, she did have some rise and shine with like Acheron, but when Jiaochu came out, she fell off. And once again, I keep saying this, but maybe it might change when the buffs do come. But overall, I do regret pulling for Silver Wolf because she might have came out early in like 20 pulls. Those 20 pulls could have went for another unit. That's just what I'm saying. Moving on is Luocha. Luocha, I would also regret because right now Luocha, when he came out, he was the undisputed best healer, and comfortability is like the only thing he has left at this point. But even a 4-star like Gallagher still competes or is better than him, and that's kind of telling that his future isn't really that great. Luocha doesn't really have a best in slot. I guess Luocha I would regret. I definitely regret pulling him. Sure, he made my 1.0 easier, but I think I would have bared with it if it would cost me like short repeats, because 1.0 was still easier as compared to like 2.0 MOC, Pure Fiction, and others. Moving on is Blade. For Blade, the Boldy, I did not pull for him, but I do have him. I was trying to fish for an Anaxa, and then I accidentally got a Blade. And now, I didn't pull for Anaxa, but since I was already on Pity, I saved the Pity for Hyacine. And for Blade, I already got a main HP DPS, which is Castorice, so I don't see a future where I could build him. Sure, maybe his buffs will make him reach the reachable side, but I'm still not gonna build him. I'm just gonna level him up to get those 3 standard pulls. That's it. Moving on is Kafka. Kafka's little regret, I do enjoy her playstyle of like dots. Sure, you may not use her in endgame modes, but you can still use her in simulated universe and other game modes involving dot. She's the dot enabler, although that might come in time when other dot units releases in the future who can trigger dot, and then Kafka's job is over. Sure, she's getting buffed, but dot has been dead in like a long time now, so it is what it is. Still, little regret. Find her up. Moving on is Nanang Il, did not pull. Swan did not pull. Jingliu. Jingliu is in the refund or the mess side. Sure, I'm not using her as of right now as compared to Jing Yuan. Because when Jingliu released, she was the undisputed best DPS. Thanks to her high-low ceiling and low... wait, no. What's it called? It's more of high floor and low ceiling. Yeah, that's it. Thanks to her 50% crit rate and other shit, so you can build on crit damage. But Hyacine came out and she gets like what 100% crit rate, so she got power crept by fucking healer of all things, and basically every future DPS. Sure, she's gonna get buffed, but I kind of regret pulling for her in the sense that back in 1.0, if you didn't pull for any 1.0 units, you'd still be good with all the 4 stars, because the 4 stars, as long as you buff them up with your harmony supports, at least during 1.0 time, it was bearable. So I could have handled Ice Week content with my Therta and other shit. So that's it. So right now she's in the refunner map here. Topass, little regret. I think the 4th team is still fun and she's hot, so that's really all that counts. Moving on, whoa, I didn't pull for her. Nah, I didn't pull for her. I almost pulled for her when I was pulling for the Yunli rerun. That's it. Argenti did not pull for Ruan Mei. No regrets. It's easy. Super break, weakness break efficiency. She can be run in hyper carry, that kind of shit. So sure, I'm not making great use of her anymore since super break is sort of in the gutter and it's not being shielded. But hey, if super break does come back, Ruan Mei might have a place in the meta again. Continuing forward, Ratio did not pull for him. He was a free unit. He did get replaced by Feixiao though. Black Swan, same ballpark as Kafka. Fun archetype, not competitive really much outside of like simulated universe, so kind of the thing. Hold up, let me drink some water. Okay, moving on. Oh shit, it's Sparkle. The one I said were I called her the best unit, Harmony unit, and it did not age well. I'll put her at regret tier. Sparkle's kit is out of place or basically everywhere. Doesn't have really a dedicated thing except maybe Mono Quantum and being SP efficient. And the Mono Quantum thing, it did not take off at all. We have 3 of the Quantum units right here. One of them here, by the way, if you push one right here. They didn't really pop off. It didn't work. If you try to go for Mono Quantum, all you get is like 15% extra attack. For SP generation, no one really cared for that. Doesn't have 100% action advance forward. Maybe because they're scared of like making another Bronya, but then all of a sudden Sunday came out, and then this is what happens when you're racist to Chicken Wing Boy. You get power creep. Moving on, Acheron. A little regret. Acheron, I think I only regret pulling for her signature Lycom because her best in slot support is Jiaochu. And Jiaochu to me is still an NPC design. Sure, he has a great story, but I'm not gonna pull for him, and my Acheron does like little to no damage without Jiaochu. Sure, she might change her place in the meta thanks to the rise of Silver Wolf buff, but Finon, Saber, Archer, and then maybe future DPSs might, power creep Acheron team. Acheron team, or rather a buff Acheron team, so I see it. But I still use her for her, the insta-kill technique. That shit is useful, so little regret thanks to that. Aventurine, no regret. Back in 2.0, Shield was the meta, and while it may not be meta now, Aventurine was fun to use because he kind of is the sub DPS of the... He played a role of a sub DPS in the follow-up attack team, and I'm a big fan of the 4th team, so all good. Moving on is Robin. No regrets at all. She works in the 4th team. She's still used in my hyper carry Jing Yuan team. In other hyper carry teams, she's still gonna be usable. If you want to do zero cycle, you're gonna have to pull for a Robin. And I even got her E1, although I do kind of regret for an E1 because when it comes to Harmony units, usually the support, their E1 kind of power creep one another. For example, we had Robin E1 and now we have a Tribbie E1. That's kind of my issue with it, but overall it's still not a regretful pull though. No regrets at all. Bullhill, I didn't pull for him. He was a hunt unit. Firefly, oh, where do I put her? I would put her at Meh or Refund. Firefly received a lot of shilling, and she really requires a lot in the sense that the moment you did not kill them while they're in break mode, she's basically gonna deal like 0 damage, and her damage right now dealing like 400, 600k on, like, upon break, and she's just E0 as 0 for me. With the Fugue and Ruan Mei team, she just doesn't feel that strong at all as compared to the newer units, and besides Super Break is sort of in the gutter, and Rappa is a better destruction unit than Firefly, although I will say that Firefly fits better as a girlfriend aesthetic. She even has her own OST. Plus, we have Sam, which is the mecha armor, so overall just cool design, but like, that's it. Jade, I didn't pull for. Yunli, little regret, I think. Although she can kind of go to the no regrets tiers, precisely because I do enjoy her playstyle of basically using parries. I played Sekiro, 9 Souls, and Expedition 33 recently, so I'm more into the parry style of gaming, and they implemented in Honkai Star. So overall, great unit. I do have her at E1 S1. The only thing I regret about Yunli is maybe pulling for E1 because the E1 is like, there are like better E1s out there, so that's it. When was Jiaochu? Oh shit. But what if it won't? So this is the guy that basically destroyed Acheron mains. I didn't pull for him at all, and I don't see myself pulling for him at all because he's an Acheron support, and it's like he doesn't really slot into other teams that much. It's like, yeah, it's basically a wheel to cheer for Acheron. That's kind of just his thing right now, and he can get power creep, sure, but like, it's like really the Acheron team when there's like better DPS who will get better supports in the future, and he has an NPC design. As compared to Sunday can be slot into many other teams aside from the summoner team. You can slot him in like the other 1.0 units and even to some 3.0 units, right? So it is what it is. Feixiao, no regrets. I do like the 4th place style, although I put Topass down here. Yeah, the only regret about Topass is just that she's a 1.0 unit, and I forgot to mention that Topass is competing with Hunt March 7th and Mose, which are free 4-stars. And there's already a lot of debates wherein those 4-star units are better than Topass, so it is what it is. For Feixiao again, I like her playstyle, I like her personality of being like the general of the Lofu, or something like the 7 generals, or 7 Arbiter generals. Like her playstyle using I like the basically any unique ultimates kind of shit. So overall, no regrets at all. I don't see myself pulling for another Hunt unit. I don't really see myself, gonna be enjoying Orchard at all if it's true about his leak kit. But it is what it is. Moving on to Lingsha. Lingsha I did not pull for. At the time, the reason why I did not pull for Lingsha is because I was checking leaks, and Remembrance was already leaked back then. So I thought, okay, there's gonna be an entire archetype, or rather a class for Remembrance. It's definitely bound to happen that there will be a healer or a shielder memo sprite. So basically Lingsha, she's not really that, I'm interested in her. That's it. Rappa also did not pull for. Sunday, no regrets. Sunday is at E1 S1. He basically lifted my Jing Yuan out of tier 3, and now he's at like tier 1, and he's more commonly used. Yeah, he's used in like a lot of other teams, and I don't really see myself. Sure, I don't really use him as much as compared to like Tribbie or Robin, but he does have his use, and is also really prevalent nowadays. So hey, don't ever regret pulling for him. That's it. Fugue, no regret. Fugue, sure, she's not being used in Super Break, and I'm not really using her that much anymore. However, It is Ting Yun. When I saw Ting Yun, the 4-star kit, and I fucking love her design. And for Fugue, she's wearing the kimono, so I even love her design. She's like the hottest unit in HSR, at least for me, right? So overall, no regrets. Moving on. Oh wait, these are the 5-star, 4-stars. Let's get them out here. The Herta, no regrets though, but this can change because the meta, she's a DPS, she can get power crept. We already see it that like if there's little enemies, then you might not get her ultimate fast, and you might have to pull for an Anaxa in order to fix her kit. But overall, don't regret pulling for her because she's basically pure fiction fix now, alongside with Tribbie and other erudition units. So far, great. I'll just put her like at the bottom tier right here. No regret at all. I even liked her, magic witch design. Moving on, Glea, I did not pull for her. Tribbie, yep. So Tribbie is our first limited harmony unit that uses a child model, and she's a harmony unit, so definitely a must pull as compared to like a fucking Sparkle. No regret power craft her even in AoE and in single target. So Tribbie overall just good. Without Tribbie, I don't know how you're playing current HSR right now without Tribbie. Plus, I like her background story, and her character trailer was like amazing, alongside with her ultimate. So that's it. Overall, no regrets for pulling for Tribbie. Midday did not pull for Castorice. Did not pull. So Castorice is my first HP scaling unit that I pulled for, and she's a quantum remembrance unit DPS. So the last quantum DPS unit I pulled was Seele back in 1.0, so I sort of needed the upgrade already, right? Hold up, I'm gonna drink water. So overall, yeah, I don't mind Casters. Good unit, good unit. Also, she's kind of hot. She's the only one with the elf ears kind of thing. The only thing I don't like is maybe her art did not translate well into the 3D model. That's kind of it, but overall, no problem with her. I like her personality kind of shit. Moving on, Anaxa. If I did pull for him, I would put him at little regret or like no regret because I heard he's good. So yeah, I can't say it because I lost him thanks to fucking Blade right here. But hey, who cares? Moving on, the last unit right now, Hyacine, and she is at the no regrets. Hyacine is a unit that's basically a combination of both Luocha and fucking Aventurine, and she's basically the remembrance healer unit that does damage, more damage. You can even run her with like triple harmony, and she's still gonna mug the fuck out of every 1.0 and 2.0 DPS. It is what it is, right? So that's it. So that's it for this tier list. I'm not gonna be pulling for Cypher. I'm gonna be pulling for Finon. For Archer is free. For Saber, if only Saber was the Artoria Pendragon design, then I would have prioritized her. But this one, I'm just not into the Excalibur kind of shit. Saber, I prefer the Artoria Pendragon. MILF Saber. So that's it for today's my Honkai Star Rail Regret tier list. Make sure to leave a like, share, comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.